Hello, student teachers. My name is Judy, and I'd just like to take a few minutes to tell you about the Newly Qualified Teachers Project. The NQT project was set up to support and mentor teachers in their first year in their teaching posts, and we feel that the cohort of 2020 might really need the support as they go into their posts next year after all the craziness of 2020. The NQT project is open to foundation phase teachers, intermediate phase, high school teachers. It's not limited to UCT graduates. Anybody in their first or even their second year is welcome to join the NQT project. The NQT project has several different levels. The one is we meet most months of the year to talk about a topic, or we invite a speaker. The topics range from classroom management, assessment, planning. We look at issues of teachers having a voice in the staff room. We also look at logistics stuff like contracts and salaries and SACE information. So it really does span lots of things that you will encounter and experience in your first year. Those are the group meetings. I also set up meetings either at school if it's feasible, or else on WhatsApp or Zoom or just a phone call, where I chat individually with teachers and we start the mentoring program, and I just kind of check in with all the individuals. What do we expect from our teachers who join the project? We realize that your time and energy as a teacher is very, very precious and often quite scarce. So we understand that not everybody will be able to come to all the meetings, but we do expect you to try and attend some of them. We also do expect you to check in with me several times throughout the year. And we also work on professional reflections throughout the year to kind of just give yourself a sense of where you're going, how the year is going, and what you're working on as a professional in your practice. And those are the three things, the group meetings and the individual meetings with me and your reflections. That is what will allow you to graduate from the NQT course and also to get your SACE points for the course. It is a registered short course. Why should you join the NQT project? It puts you in touch with lots of teachers who are sharing similar experiences and who are going through the same thing. It can often be a very, very lonely time in the staff room as a new teacher. So it really puts you in touch with lots of people who are going through the same struggles and joys. And it also gets you in touch with a lot of great experienced teachers. We've got excellent partners in the NQT project, teachers who are very happy to help with resources, teachers who are happy to share their time to work with new teachers. So it really just expands your network. There's also just a lot of support. This year there's been a huge amount of information shared about COVID and the changes, and then the more changes that were happening in the WCED. So it's been a huge source of information, and also lots and lots of jobs are shared through the NQTs, mostly on the WhatsApp group. So that is also for many people very important. I'm not going to tell you too much. I'm going to give you a chance to listen to a few of the teachers who have gone through or who are going through the NQT project this year, so you can hear from them. And please feel free to contact me. You can phone me, you can WhatsApp me, you can email me. I'm very happy to chat with you, to talk about what it means, how you register. We'd really, really love to see you in the group next year and to help you as you start your journey as a teacher.
NQT, definitely. So with our WhatsApp group, the nice thing about it is you can just post and ask for help or ask for resources, and they will come forward and offer help where they can, really, and advice. So the NQT was a huge resource in that regard. And even when you think you've got something, under wraps, and then someone asks for resources on the NQT group, and then you find that these resources are actually better than the ones you had, or even more valuable or more informative. So it was such a great resource. NQT project has actually just been such a great source of support, especially for me at the beginning, because I had not gotten to know my colleagues. So I had someone to reach out to, someone who is a knower. So you know what the classroom environment is like. You have taught in many different contexts. So I knew that I could reach out to you and ask. Just have that sense of, support and belonging as well, because we were all just going through the same thing and sort of giving me, solutions and support for the situation that I'm in. So it has been very helpful.
The NQT definitely helped a lot because for me, the NQT, it's almost like a second home. Like, the door is open, you're always welcome to enter. It gave me comfort in the sense that I was never lost. I always knew that there was some place I could go to if I was stuck or I felt like I had nowhere else to turn, because most of them there are in the same boat as me. And I think when you speak of support group, I think the NQT group embodies that completely, because you know that it's there and all they do is support you.
Enjoyed when we were able to meet up. I enjoyed listening to others' experiences and how they were finding things, or just how they were just settling into their jobs and their roles. I found comfort in their stories because it didn't make me feel like I was alone. So I really loved that interaction and feeling like there's the support. And even on the WhatsApp groups, I mean, I don't comment a lot, but I tend to read what happens in there, and people are just so supportive, and you can basically ask anyone for help and they will help you. And I think that's a wonderful community to have, people behind you when you need them. I thoroughly enjoyed those one-on-one sessions. So yeah, so I love those, and I think and I feel like lots of new teachers have someone like you, or just anybody who will come out to the school just to be like, what are you struggling with and how can I help you?
Having the NQT project there and the support of UCT, that was very helpful, because even though I was walking into the unknown, it felt like I was walking into the unknown with other people, and having access to people like the facilitators, like you, Judy, really helped me feel a little less anxious about the first term. Obviously, when I was overwhelmed, I could come to the NQT meetings and cry myself, cry all my frustrations out. That was incredibly helpful. And to be able to, your quick response about resources and poetry, and even the suggestion that we could speak to you later today, it just calmed us both down. We were like, me and the other NQT, it was the most incredible thing. Your support has been the most incredible thing out of this year. Thank you.
And discuss, everybody's different way of doing things, and but also things that have worked, and sharing a couple of resources on ideas and things, and then also a couple of times the NQT group has helped me keep up with what's going on in a more broader sense, which has been also quite cool.
I had second thoughts on feeling like, should I be there if I'm not teaching? But oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I was, because I don't know what I would have done without it. I don't know how I would be remaining so level-headed. So knowing that you can share resources and you're not in it alone, and you don't have to be creating fresh resources. You can go to other teachers, and because I really did at one stage think, if I'm not a teacher, if I'm not teaching yet, then am I just wasting other people's time or being useless being a member? But I haven't felt like that. It's been the best decision I ever made.